I want to invite two people, a lady and a gentleman. And they are not a married couple. They are just my couple for the interview. Dr. Maina and Carol. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining me. Yeah.
Well, it's a pleasure.
It's a pleasure.
Yeah.
Now, you know they say ladies first. Let's go to the lady. What do you do and how did you start doing it in terms of your career life? Carol?
My name is Caroline Kimani, and I'm a tax accountant. I prepare taxes for both individuals and businesses. I'm also a bookkeeper and accountant. I prepare financial statements. And I also run payroll. I issue W-2s, 1099s, and monthly payments. And how I got started, my story is funny because I started from free to fee. If you are aware.
Free to fee.
Yes.
This is good. Free to fee.
Yes, that is how I started. If you're aware of VITA, that's the Volunteer Income Tax Preparation Program. I started preparing taxes in the state of Alabama when I was taking my master's in accounting at Alabama State University. And after I finished and everybody started reaching out and offering to pay, even after I graduated and moved to Atlanta, I decided...
You left college straight into your practice?
I left college straight. It took some time before I jumped into my practice.
Were you employed?
Yes. I was.
How was the transition? How was the transition?
So I was in my Master's of Accountancy. I graduated in December of 2013.
Yeah.
And by January of 2014, I got a job in Atlanta as a tax accountant with Koch Industries, which owns Georgia Pacific.
Yeah.
So during the first 2 years, I still commuted to Alabama to just go volunteer doing taxes. And unfortunately, the commute became too long. So some of the clients I was volunteering to prepare for free started asking me to pay me to just prepare the taxes instead of going all the way to Alabama. And that's how I started. I actually started it as a side hustle. So I was employed full-time, and on the side, I was doing taxes and bookkeeping.
You know, the reason I'm asking you this, I received an email from someone asking me for capital to start their business. And story after story, you hear from different people. They started with what they had, their talents, their gifts. They did not wait for anyone to give them capital. Elon Musk, arguably right now the richest man on earth. Guess what? He was sleeping in his office because he could not even afford an apartment, showering in YMCA. So most people who are asking others for capital to start a business, they're just looking for shortcuts to the top, imaginary shortcuts that do not even exist. Dr. Maina, what do you do with your life?
Geez, what do I do with my life? I hang out inside people's mouths is what I do. I'm a dentist by profession. That is what I do, I fix teeth, I pull teeth, I make smiles, I make people's smiles beautiful. Yeah, that's what I do.
I think my teeth need a checkup. Honestly, look at his teeth. They are so white.
I gotta market it, so if I'm selling it, I gotta be it. So there we go.
Where did you get your clientele from?
Where do I get my clientele from?
Yeah.
We accept all kinds of patients, whatever you are. If you're an insurance patient, Medicaid, Medicare, we take it all. We accept fee-for-service, that's patients paying out of pocket. If you need services, our doors are wide open for you.
Doc, when did you start private practice? Were you ever employed?
Of course, we all started somewhere, we were employed, but here I am now. This has been a long journey. I started way, way, way back when, almost 20 years now. Going back to a little town or a metro called Madras in Tamil Nadu, India. That's where it all started. Went back home and transitioned to the US, and here we are.
My goodness, what a phenomenal story. Wow. Carol, in your practice as an accountant, what are the main challenges today?
The main challenges, of course, right now, it's COVID. With COVID, I know at least 5 tax preparers who've passed away from COVID. So that has been...
That's loss of income for you?
Yeah.
You would rather them alive?
Actually, the other way around. It's more income for me. But the challenge is, I have to be a virtual accountant for now and to have very limited appointments. But the scary part of COVID is meeting your clients face to face. So that has been a challenge.
Okay.
Another challenge is also fear. Fear of, am my skills good enough for my community? And how I overcome that is I often remind myself that I'm qualified, I have the work experience, and my personality is great. So those are the few challenges I face.
Wow. Doc, what are the main challenges in your practice as a dental doctor?
Well, as a dentist, basically, I'll kind of refer to the 2020 year that we all just went through. It hasn't been easy for almost everybody, and for us in the dental field. Biggest challenge has been staffing, finding and keeping people that kind of buy into your vision, your culture, with the follows that we had to go through where we send people home and they got checks and all that. A lot of folks didn't want to come back, so that has been a struggle for us, and we're still trying to put together teams just to make that happen. Second challenge is mainly being as a dentist. It's a little difficult to put together a treatment plan, and then a patient tells you that they cannot move forward with it because they don't have the money to do it, and so you end up taking a tooth out that you know that you could have saved. So that kind of becomes a bit of a challenge, but such is life.
Wow. Let me ask you, look at the camera.
Right.
There are many people listening to you today, not just in this live audience. What one word of advice can you give people who want to get into self-employment? One word of advice.
One word of advice would be just make the jump. Do something today that your future will thank you for. By your future, I mean don't just be selfish about yourself, your future and your future generations. Start something, start a farm, start something that your kids can inherit.
Doc, look at that camera. The world is listening to you. This is your parting shot. What one advice would you give guys who want to get into private practice?
Oh, geez. Is it private practice or anything in life? I think the word I would use is grit. Grit. G-R-I-T, grit. So you might ask, what is grit? Somebody say grit is the passion and perseverance for something that you want to achieve in life, a long-term goal. You need the stamina, the discipline to do it day in, day out until you achieve your goal. As we say, life is a marathon, not a sprint. Cheers.
Now, these two guys know what they are doing. They understand their craft. Wow, thank you so much. The Lord bless you. Did you learn anything from them? Wow, great. Oh, what a mighty God.